Today, I'm working out at Pilates on Purpose in Costa Mesa, California. We are using the Balanced Body Studio Reformer, and we will be using the tower as well, focusing on spinal mobility, core strength, and flexibility of the hips. Let's get set up on 3 red and 1 blue spring. Your headrest is up all the way. Lie onto your backs with your heels on wide and the feet and knees turned out. Hands are down, palms are up. Take a deep inhale through the nose to prepare. Exhale, push the carriage all the way out. Inhale, drag it back to center slow. Focus on your breath. Maintain a neutral pelvis the whole time that you move. Exhale, you push it out. Engage the inner thighs. Activate the pelvic floor. Inhale, resist, back to center slow. Your tail is anchored. Your ribs are soft. Slight space between the chin and chest to help protect the neck and keep the back of the neck long. Exhale, push the energy from the heels out through the crown of the head, and then inhale, resist, back to center, maintaining that beautiful controlled speed. Breathe through it. Focus on engaging the inner thighs. Activate the pelvic floor, connecting your core with the movement. Just for 3, all the way out and back in. And for 2, making sure those shoulders melt into the mat. 1 more time, come in half of the way. Little pulses here. 2 to 3 inches out, 2 to 3 inches in. Ribs connected, tail still heavy. Just pulse and squeeze. Stay with it, don't give up. Just for 3, 2, 1, push all the way out. Come all the way in. Move it down to your toes. Lift the heels up high. Keep it wide. Push into your big toe and second toe. Maintain the external rotation to strengthen the hips. Think about pushing into the big toe and second toe while lifting the heels up about 4 to 5 inches. Feeling that deep inner thigh engagement. And also softening the ribs, reaching the fingertips long away from the center of the body so that the shoulders stay relaxed. Exhale, inhale, breathing. All the way out, all the way in. Just for 3. Last 2. 1 more time, take it out. Go to wide prancing in the external rotation. So you bend 1 knee, stretch the opposite heel deeply down underneath the foot bar, pushing that heel a little bit further each time, deepening the stretch in the calf, into the Achilles tendon, and all the way up into those hamstrings. Not letting your hips or your pelvis rock. Everything is stable, your core is strong. Just for 3, 2, and 1. Lift the heels, bend the knees, come all the way in, and move to a V in the center on the toes. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, drag it in. So as you push out, you zip up the inner thighs, and as you come in, you resist to center, opening the knees as wide as the shoulders. As you push out, feel your hip bones narrow in towards each other. And as you come in, release your pelvic floor engagement and feel your sits bones widen. Exhale, push it all the way out. Inhale, drag it back to center slow, never letting your heels separate. All the way out, all the way in. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, resist. Just for 3. Last 2. One more time, come in halfway, pulse it, 2 to 3 inches out, 2 to 3 inches in, pushing from the tailbone, not from your knees. Keep the core tight and the shoulders relaxed, maintaining that beautiful open chest. Just for 3, 2, 1, push all the way out. Come all the way in. Parallel the feet on the toes, lift the heels up high. Exhale, push the carriage out. Inhale, drop the heels down. Lift the heels up. Bend the knees and come back to center. Exhale out. This time you drop twice. You drop, lift, drop and lift. Bend the knees, come back in. 3 times. Exhale out. We drop for 3, 2, 1, lift them up, bend, come in. 4 drops, lengthen out. Drop for 4, 3, 2, 1, lift them up, bend, come in. 5 drops, take it out. We drop for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift them up, bend, come in. 6 drops, take it out. Drop 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lift them up, bend, come in. 7 drops, take it out. Drop 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more time. Go to prancing in parallel. Bend 1 knee. Stretch that opposite heel deeply down underneath the foot bar. Stretching the calf, the Achilles tendon, all the way up into the hamstrings while stabilizing the pelvis and your hips. And just trying to get one of the heels to press a little further underneath the foot bar each time to deepen the stretch behind the leg. It's no bounce. It's a firm press and then a lift. Firm press and a lift. Just for 4, 3, 2, and 1, lift back up, bend the knees, come all the way in. Move onto the heels. Flex the ankles, feet are parallel. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, drag it back to center. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, resist. Hips, knees, ankles are all in one straight line. Push the balls of the feet away from the center of your body as you pull your middle toes back toward the knees to work alignment of the joints. I like to imagine that there's a wall connected to the foot bar and you're firmly pressing all 4 corners of each foot against that imaginary wall, creating that little added resistance. Exhale. Inhale, breathing. You got it. Stay with it just for 3. And for 2. 1 more time. Out. And center. Hug your knees to the chest. Gently rock side to side, massaging out your low back. And then come on up and adjust the weight on the reformer so that you have just 1 red and 1 blue spring on. Drop your headrest down, lie onto your back, bringing your heels on about as wide as the hips. Push your hands into the mat, activate the arms. Inhale, prepare. Press your tail heavy into the mat, creating space between the low back and the mat. On the exhale, eliminate the space, imprint the low back, curl the hips all the way up. Push the carriage out. Drag the carriage in, articulate your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, lift the hips up, push it out, drag it in, and fluidly roll down through that spinal stretch. Focus on your breath. Try to stay even across your body as you roll down through that spine stretch, connecting each point of the vertebrae to the mat. All the way up, feeling that glute engagement at the top, push it out, drag it back in with the strength of the hamstrings, and then roll it down with control. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, lift the hips. push it out, drag it in, roll it down 1 inch at a time. 3 more, inhale, exhale, scoop it, lift, push it out, pull it in, roll it down inch by inch. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly, curl the hips up. Push it out, drag it in, fluidly roll it back down with control. 1 more time. Lift all the way up and we push it out and drag it in while maintaining that long line of energy from the forehead out to the knees. Keep your booty lifted. Keep squeezing into your butt. That's going to help you support the low back. And always look straight up the whole time. Exhale, push it out. Inhale, drag it back in. While reaching your arms long the whole time, while keeping the core tight and engaged. Just for 3, exhale, inhale. Last 2. 1 more time, come back in, little pulses with your hips up and down. 2 to 3 inches up, 2 to 3 inches down. Squeeze and release, stay with it, don't give up. Just for 3, 2, and done. Roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Hug the knees up to the chest. Gently rock side to side, massaging out your low back. And then come on up and adjust the weight. 1 red spring goes on. Stand up for elephant stretch. Feet at hip distance, hands on the foot bar, 2 straight arms, 2 straight legs. Before you begin, push your butt back, wrap your hands around the foot bar, lift the toes, tuck your chin, look at the belly button or in between the inner thighs. Exhale, push out with the legs. Inhale, pull in with the core while stabilizing the upper body, keeping the chin tucked. And as you pull the carriage back to center, try to flex your lumbar spine, drawing the abdominals in and up, creating length behind your back in between the vertebrae. Exhale out, inhale, pull it in, pushing out with the strength of the legs, pulling in with the strength of the core. Breathing into that deep stretch. Let it feel good. Exhale, inhale. Only pushing as far out as you can without letting those heels lift. All the way out, all the way in. Just for 3. Last 2. 1 more time. Exhale, inhale. Now lift the right leg up behind you. Point your toes. Look at the foot bar. Push out, pull in. Single leg elephant here. Exhale. Inhale, eyes forward. Neck long, reach long through that right foot. Out and in, getting that deep stretch in the left hamstring and calf. Exhale, inhale, breathing. Just for 4. So good, last 3. You got it. Last 2. And 1. Switch the leg, right foot down. Left leg up, point the toes, gaze at the foot bar. Rotate the left inner thigh up to square off your hip. Exhale, push out. Inhale, drag it back in. Exhale out. Inhale, back to center. Lift the toes. Push evenly across all 4 corners of your foot. Stabilize the upper body and breathe. Really pointing the left toes, reaching that femur bone out of the hip joint, creating that length out of the hip flexors. Just for 3. Good work. Last 2. And 1. Bring it in, lift the heels up high, push to a plank position, eyes forward on the floor, and then pike your hips up, look at your toes. Plank, look past your hands. Curl into the abdominals, lift the hips up, look at the toes. Plank, look past your hands. Pike and look at your toes. feeling every muscle throughout your abdominal wall engage as you lift the hips up and lower with control. Push firmly into the hands. That way we stay active and lifted in the upper back, as we don't want to sink in the chest. All the way down to plank, all the way up to that pike. Just for 3. Keep your core tight, last 2. One more time, hold the plank, go to long stretch, upper body away from the foot bar, upper body over the foot bar. Inhale, push all the way out. Exhale, pull the carriage back in. Keep the spine long. See how far you can go out and how far you can come forward while keeping a slight tuck of the tail the whole time to help you support the low back. Exhale, push all the way out. Inhale, pull it forward with control, all the way out. And then strengthening every muscle in the core as you come forward. Just for 3. You got it. Keep squeezing. Last 2. One more time, out. And in, hips up, heels back. Just breathe. Step the right foot forward. Keep the left heel lifted. Hands on the foot bar, arms long. Stretch the right leg back. Take your forehead to the knee. And then bend the knee and look forward. Exhale, pull with your hand. Push with your leg. Inhale, come back in and look forward. Exhale, stretch it back, working hip flexibility. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, stretch it back. Feel that deep psoas stretch on the left side. Inhale, pull it in. Try to keep the back leg straight. Try to get a little deeper into that split stretch each time. Exhale. Inhale, breathing. Just for 4. Pull with your hands, push with your leg, creating that oppositional stretch. Last 3, exhale back. Inhale in. Good work. And for 2. One more time. Exhale all the way back. Hold it there. Just breathe. 3, 2, 1. Come on in. Switch the legs. Right foot down. Left foot forward. Go to that low runner's lunge. Now stretch the left leg back. Round the spine. Forehead to the knee. Come back in and look forward. Exhale. Take it back. Round the spine. Forehead to the knee. Inhale. Look forward and up. The goal is to get that front leg fully straight. Once you can get that front leg fully straight, then you can also straighten the back leg even more and drop the hips, working toward a full split. Exhale, stretch it back. Round the spine, forehead to the knee. Inhale, come back and look up. 3 more. Exhale as you go back. Inhale, come in and look up. Last 2. One more time. Exhale. Take it back. Hold it there. Just breathe. 3, 2, 1. Come on in. Awesome work. Keep the red spring on and then just add a blue one to join. Lift your headrest up. Grab the straps behind you. 4 fingers in, thumb is out. Lie back onto your back. Bring your knees to tabletop. Reach your arms straight up. Take a deep inhale through your nose to prepare. Exhale, curl up, legs out, point your toes. Inhale, lower with control. Exhale, lift from the chest and from engaging your core. That way it doesn't go into your neck or back. And then inhale, lower back to center slow. Squeeze into your inner thighs. Try to curl all the way up off those shoulders each time. The lower the legs go in the air, the more work on your abdominals. So just be mindful of that as you move. Keep a slight space between the chin and chest to help protect the neck. Exhale, curl up, extend. Inhale, lower and bend. Bringing the knees back to that 90-degree angle each time. Exhale, curl, reach. Inhale, lower, slow. Just for 3. You got it. Last 2. One more time, lift up, stay up, single leg stretch, one leg in, one leg out, point the toes. Keep reaching through the fingertips. Stay lifted in the head, neck, and shoulders. And each time that you pull a knee to the chest, squeeze even deeper into your core. Just for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, setting up for coordination. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, curl up, arms and legs out. Open the legs, close the legs, bend the knees, hands and head. Exhale, curl, open, close, bend the knees, bend the elbows, drop the head. Exhale, reach, inhale, open, close, bend the knees, bend the elbows, drop the head. 3 more. Up, open, close, bend the knees, bend the elbows, drop the head. Last 2, go up, open, close, bend the knees, elbows and head. Exhale, lift, open, close, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Reach your arms straight up, take an inhale, prepare. Exhale, curl up, just the right leg goes out, and then lower back down. Exhale, curl up, and the left leg extends. Inhale, you lower back down. So just alternate between which leg lengthens each time. Keep those arms straight and extended the whole time. Try to curl all the way up off those shoulder blades and take a static hold at the top to really squeeze into your obliques. Exhale, lift and hold it. Inhale, lower, slow. Exhale, lift and hold. Inhale, lower with control. 4 more. You go up, down. Last 3. Exhale. Inhale. And for 2, go up, down. 1 more time. Lift up, stay up, single leg stretch. 1 leg in, 1 leg out. Point the toes. Keep reaching through the fingertips. Stay curled up high. Focus on your breath. Focus on drawing your abs in a little bit deeper each time you pull a knee to center. Just for 3, 2, and done. Lower down. Straps on the feet. Bigger loops or little loops, whichever you prefer. The little loops will be a little more tension. The bigger loops will be a little less. Starting with short spine, so make sure your headrest is down. I'm still on a red and a blue spring. Hands pressed down, eyes always look straight up for short spine. Inhale, lengthen the legs out. On the exhale, feet over your face. Use your abdominals, lift the hips up. Bend the knees down. Roll it down through that spinal stretch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, feet over the face, hinge at the hips. Use your abs, lift the hips up. Bend the knees down. Fluidly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, feet up. Use your abs, lift up the hips. Bend the knees. Roll down your upper back, mid back, and your low back connect. Inhale, the legs go out. Exhale, feet up. Use your abs, lift the hips up. Bend the knees, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, feet up. Use your abs, lift the hips up. Bend the knees, roll it down through that spinal stretch. Inhale, out. Exhale, with 2 straight legs, bring the feet over the face. Stabilize the carriage, lift the hips up. Bend the knees down. Upper back, mid back, low back connect. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, feet up. Use your abs, lift up the hips. Bend the knees. Roll it down through that spinal stretch. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, feet up. Use your abs, lift up the hips. Bend the knees and roll upper back. Mid back, low back, connect. Now just straighten the legs. Bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees. As you push the legs out, the straps move above the knees. And as you bend the knees back to center, try to let those sits bones widen. The straps move in between the knees. And you keep your heels super glued together the whole time. Inhale, bend the knees and the sits bones widen. Exhale, push the legs out and the hip bones narrow. Getting that deep adductor inner thigh activation. So you may feel a little bit of instability as you push out and bend and slow, but that's okay because we're actually strengthening those inner thighs and pelvic floor muscles here. And as the legs fully extend, your core is tight, and then you resist back to center slow. Exhale. Inhale, breathing. Just for 3. And for 2. One more time, take it out, point the toes, lift the legs up wide, flex the ankles, lower down slow. Point, go up and wide. Flex, bring it down and low and together. Point up, flex down, feeling the hips open as you take the legs out wide and then flexing the ankles and closing the legs back to center. Inhale up, exhale down. All the way up, all the way down each time. Just for 3, inhale up, exhale down. And for 2. One more time, go up, legs together. Big circles with the legs, go down, round, and up. Keep your tail heavy. Feel your femur bone fluidly rotating throughout the hip joint. And keep your toes pointed the whole time. Feeling that deep stretch into our legs and into our hips right here. Exhale out. Inhale, round and up to center. It's all about the fluidity and the control. So just breathe into that stretch. Let it feel good. And keep the tension out of the shoulders and neck the whole time. Feel like the legs are growing a little bit longer each time that they circle around the hip joint. Exhale, inhale, breathing. Just for 3. Last 2. And 1. Reverse the circle now, just taking it the other way. Big circles up and out, around and back to center with control. It's all about the fluidity and the stretch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, circle around and up to center. Anchoring the tail. Just for 3. Last 2. One more time. And bend the knees in. Take the straps off of the feet. Place them down. Step off to the side. Adjust the weight on the reformer. 1 blue spring goes on. Grab your box. Place it on long ways in front of the shoulder blocks. Grab your roll down bar that's on the tower. Have a seat on your box facing back. Keep your arms straight, put tension in the bar. Take a deep inhale, draw the sits bones together. Exhale, tuck your tail, scoop your belly, imprint the low back, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. If available to you, drop your head back, open the chest. And then if you're dropping into that full extension, tuck your chin and roll back up. Sit up tall, lengthen, tilt from the tail, scoop the belly, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. option to drop it into the full extension. But if you get dizzy, do not drop into that full extension, and then roll it back up with control. Inhale as you go down and the carriage moves to the tower. And then exhale as you nod your head and come up and the carriage moves away from the tower. So working that deep flexion of the lumbar spine. Feeling each point of the spine connect to the mat. Breathe through it. Keep the feet planted into the headrest. Never letting the feet lift up. Strengthening our core. Getting that deep stretch throughout our back and into our neck. We're working mobility of the spine right here. Inhale at the top. Exhale, tilt the tail, scoop the belly, roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Head goes back, nod your head, tuck your chin, roll all the way back up. Now rotate the bar to the right, roll it down on the right side of the spine, come around and up on the left. As you roll down, remember the carriage moves toward the tower, and as you come up, the carriage moves away from the tower. We're getting into our obliques, and we're getting a beautiful release throughout the spine. Inhale back. Exhale and around and back up. Inhale down. Exhale around and back up. We're here for 3. Keep the shoulders wide and relaxed. Last 2. One more time. Down, around, and up. Reverse the circle to the left on the inhale. Take it down. Exhale around and up. Inhale, tuck the tail, scoop the belly. Exhale, circle it around and up to center. Feel each point of the spine connect down. Make sure those shoulders aren't lifting up to the ears. Keep the arms straight. Once you bend the elbows, you're taking the work out of the core and into the arms. Back, down, around, and up. Inhale as you go back. Exhale, bring it around and up to center. 2 more. One more time. Inhale back. And exhale around and up. Let the bar go. Lie onto your belly, facing front with your chest off of the box. Hands on the foot bar wide. Push your arms straight out. Lift the legs, point the toes. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower back down. Engage your lats. Lift the heart, lengthen. Inhale, lower with control. Exhale, lift up. Inhale and lower down. We have 4 more. Good work. Last 3 up and down. Last 2 go up. Take it down. One more time. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower and bend the elbows wide and come back in. Take your box, turn it short ways. Bring your forearms on the box. Bring your feet back behind you onto the foot bar. Go into a plank, still on a blue spring. Pike it up, look at the toes. Plank, look past your hands. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Feeling every muscle throughout your abdominal wall engage as you lift the hips and lower with control. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, slow. Just for 3, 2, one more time, up, down, drop it to the knee, push out, bring your hands out of the box, lift the heart, feel that psoas stretch. Come back in, switch the leg, right knee down, left foot back behind you, push it out, lift the heart, lengthen, feel that deep psoas stretch. And come back in, take your box off, place it to the side. Finishing with our final psoas stretch, hands on the foot bar, arms long. Bend the right leg, stretch that left leg back to a deep lunge. Chin up, heart lifted, shoulders down. Just breathe right here into the stretch. Move it to your forearms, drop your head. Deep inhales, deep exhales here. One more big inhale. Exhale, come on up, other side. Left foot on the floor, right foot against the shoulder block, bend and stretch back to a deep lunge. Chin up, heart lifted, shoulders down. Just breathe. Move it to the forearms, clasp at your hands, drop your head, stretching the neck. Deep inhales, deep exhales here. One more big inhale. And exhale, carefully come on up. Awesome work today. Thank you so much for joining me for this full body reformer flow. Have a beautiful day.